That's Travis Savoy's Witchlight music because I was listening to it when I was editing.
Oh.
The bum 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 bum.
It's on you.
If you could only eat ketchup, mustard, or mayo for the rest of your life,
You're not gonna like my answer. You're not gonna like it.
I
You're really gonna. Craig's making a face because you guys
Rest
know
of your life.
It's-
As in, like, I get no sustenance from anything else.
We
so
do!
no, so
Or
no.
as in, that's my only
You are
condiment.
also given a little pill. It's like this will keep
That's
you
the good
alive.
berry.
but we can only have.
if you wanted to taste something, had to be mustard, mayo, or,
It's
or
mayo.
ketchup.
It's mayo.
Over mustard?
Yeah.
Do you get to pick the variant?
Yeah, I suppose.
Really?
I
So
think
like
you
I can have garlic aioli.
Yes.
Oh.
I also probably pick mayo, but I do like spicy mayo.
Spicy mayo is good.
I do mayo chipstard. Got him, libs. We got him.
Yeah. Doing cranch or whatever.
Yep. Cranch.
Oh, what a story I can tell about that today.
Ranch?
Cranch.
I went home last night. And Lisa made a real big bowl of, not a bowl, like a pot or whatever, of Mexican rice. And I had a burrito with ranch in it. The ranch was not good. It was very bad.
Oh no.
I
Is she
had to-
okay?
No, I ate it. She did not. She looked at the ball of ranch and was like, that's probably not good, and put it back in the fridge. And then I came in, and then I ate it. And then I had to, meet with higher beings at 7 a.m. I woke up and I was like, my stomach fucking hurts.
Oh no.
I'm like, oh, that ranch was not good. That ranch wasn't good.
Lazy comes out. You're in the backyard. There's like a god ray
Yeah.
of light on you, and you're just like,
Yeah, I don't know if this is a boomer thing to say, but it's like that scene in Ghostbusters where they have to climb the steps on top of their building, and then inside the fucking fridge is like the demon. That's what it was. Yeah.
Unfortunately, I think Ghostbusters is more of a millennial thing.
Oh, good.
Well, it's the
It
80s,
is,
right?
yeah,
So it's like
it's old.
I feel like it can be a millennial thing because the parents, millennials, would be into it. That's what I found out recently. I'm going to an entirely different topic. I just want to say
That's
that,
over. I shit myself. That's all I'm saying.
That sucks. That sucks so bad. That bad ranch just ended your. We were just talking because I have some Baby Bell cheeses down here because Marcy loves Baby Bell cheeses. So therefore, we now love Baby Bell cheeses, and they come in a little wax thing that tastes so good. And you were like, "These are so good," and I was like, "That's like a cyanide pill for Craig."
Yeah.
You just unwrap that and die.
What were you gonna
But
say?
I was gonna say that I had a thought literally today. All right, my neurons be firing.
Good.
So I am Gen Z. That's the one I fall into. But
Yeah.
there's a lot of Gen Z things that I don't relate to. That sometimes I'm like, hey, so I'm like, I'm a cusper because I'm kind of both. But I was born in '97. I don't really remember 9/11, so therefore I'm technically like I'm Gen Z. But I found out what it is. My parents are old.
Oh,
My parents grew up in the 70s because they didn't have me for over 9 years.
Yeah.
So they were born in the 60s and then grew up in the 70s and 80s. And I feel like most millennial parents have parents that grew up in the 80s and then they were born in the early 90s, right? So we had a bunch of old shit in my house. That's what it is. I grew up with old shit, but was with the younger crowd. Basically, I'm fucking awesome is what I'm saying, but I was still homeschooled. So just bring that right back down.
Yeah.
+2, -1.
Yeah.
+2, -3.
That's why I'm always like, we had a fax machine, a VCR, and we had tapes,
Yeah.
and we had we had all this old shit,
Yeah.
and then it was like one day we had a Wii and an iPod, and it was like it just suddenly drastically changed. So yeah. I don't know.
Is it weird that my mom's barely not a millennial?
It's kind of weird that your mom.
That's what I was about to say.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird that your mom. It's kind of weird that Marshall could be your dad.
Yeah.
Yeah, my parents grew up in the late 80s, early 90s.
Yeah.
And I was born in the 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
My mom was born in 1980.
I always forget that
Yeah.
you and Colton are were you both born in 95?
yeah.
Yeah, you and Colton are the same age. That always weirds me out for some reason. I always think Colton's way older than I think he is.
Yeah. My dad's from 80, but my mom's 82. My mom's only what? like 7 years older than Mia is.
No, that's the weirdest one though. I know we've talked about this on the podcast before, but when I found out that Mia was like in her 30s, was born in the 90s, I was like, no, what? That was insane. That's the first time I've ever been like, wow,
Yeah.
I really didn't guess somebody's age there correctly. Thought she was way older.
Yeah.
I thought she was in her 40s.
I was thinking about my
No, you
dad
did
had
not.
what was that?
No, I
fucking
did
car
not. I
called?
thought Craig was older than Mia.
I can't remember what my dad had, but it was a really shitty gray kind of beater car. Had like the weird like late 90s like black like fins that would go back. It's not a DeLorean. But I don't call. I'm able to look it up. I don't call it Trans.
I don't know cars very
but it
well.
had like these black slats in the back of it. Ran like shit. It was a stick shift. It was awful. The windows didn't roll down.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
typical '90s. And he listened to a lot of grunge.
That's kind of cool though.
No.
It's kind of cool.
That was just like the lame part about my mom. It's like she grew up in the 80s, hated anything like that. Just wanted country music on all the time.
That's funny.
Yeah. And then
Do you understand?
and
Do
then
you
look
know
at
how
me.
much Prince and Michael Jackson I listened to when I was a
Oh.
kid?
Yeah.
A lot.
We,
And George Michael.
we were listening to Michael Jackson in the car the other day,
I know. I forgot how much of Michael Jackson I know.
and I was talking about how like when he died, no one really cared around like my
I
family, and
still
you're like
remember.
my parents probably cried.
I think I used to do like swim when I was a kid, and we would go to swim meets. So we'd go to other towns and we'd go to their high school's pool, and we'd be in a tent in a field with a bunch of other people and just sit out there and then wait to go jump in a pool and swim and then be done. And because it was, yeah, anyways. I remember we were there when they found out, and like my parents were distraught. It was rough. They loved, my mom especially loves
Yeah.
Michael Jackson. Not to say like Michael Jackson is like some obscure artist or anything.
No.
Like kind of weird if you don't know Michael Jackson, who, by the way, insane how popular he was pre-internet. Like that's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
But
Your mom talks about how like she would cut high school early to go listen to his music.
yeah. I think she knew all of Thriller, like the dance. She
Yeah.
like recorded it and like memorized it. And I
Yeah.
was like, that's kind of cool, Mom. So yeah. And then also a lot of Christian music when I was growing up. That was a lot of what I listened to.
Yeah.
You ever heard of Jars of Clay?
Only from
Probably.
you.
Open fields and wildflowers.
Yeah. That
And there's a
was-
lyric that goes, she takes the air and flies away. And my dad would always go, she breaks wind and flies away. She goes to Jesus for the daisies. Okay, sorry. But breaks
No.
wind and flies away. That
Unfortunately,
was funny.
my dad listened to Van Halen, and I could probably know most Pearl Jam songs.
Yeah.
Daughtry. Daughtry fucking slaps, by the way. Daughtry's great. The Fray. And then a bunch of 80s music. It was like divorced dad rock and 80s music. That's what I grew up listening
Yeah.
to.
It is a podcast idea I want to try and float around and see if we do it. There's a really fun like thing that Google can do now where you can like hum or do whatever to a song.
That's
So I
great.
thought it'd be fun if we had to
Yeah.
listen to something and then try and like hum it or do something that's obscure enough that the algorithm doesn't catch it.
Yeah.
And then see if we can get Google to recognize what we're doing with also trying to be sneaky.
Do you think it could get the Neon Genesis theme?
Probably.
And just did the da, do, na, na, na.
I think,
Just see if it
I
could
think
get
you
it.
could. I think you could.
Yeah.
It's probably the most well-known.
Of
anime
course.
intro.
I just think it would be funny if it did. It like Google's like, that's Ava.
Yeah,
It's like, well, all right.
easy, easy clap.
You shared today in our text chat that we have for Spelljammer, because we're preparing for Spelljammer, which is soon. When this goes up, it's soon.
It is so.
But anyways, I was like, hand me your playlists, and I didn't get to finish Mia's, but I did finish yours, and it's so
It's
good.
long.
It's
The
amazing.
first song's like 9 minutes.
Marcy liked it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Marcy liked when can I say the songs that are on it? Is that okay?
Yeah, okay.
Oh, okay. First of all, Ghost slaps.
Yeah.
Second of all, when guitar riffs came in on any song, she was like, And I was like, this is because your fucking mom, the second that MCR song came out, she ran into our closet at home and she put it up to her stomach. She was like, listen. when Foundations of Decay came out.
It's
Yeah.
like,
a good song.
we're going to listen to it for the first time together.
And then there was fucking Drake being on it at the end. I was like, is that Drake? God damn it. Of course it is. Of course it is.
If I could, that would be the exit song of the entire campaign.
That's so
Passion
great.
Fruit. I fucking love that song so much.
That's so awesome. But no, I had a favorite. I had a song that I that was my favorite. It was I'll See You When the Night Comes.
Mm-hmm.
And that Destiny 2 soundtrack that's in there,
Yeah, that one's solid.
from Forsaken,
Yeah.
it reminded me a lot of Attack on Titan.
Yeah,
It's
very
super good. It's super good. I was listening to that, and I was like, "Do you know what this is?" And she was like, "It sounds like Attack on Titan." I was like, "It's Destiny,"
Yeah.
and it's also Craig's playlist. So
Mm-hmm.
pretty sick, pretty
I have
slappy.
so many fucking playlists for Spelljammer because of how I have to how I have to do things,
Mm-hmm.
and I have a lot of things I'm trying to try out. So I have like one that I've like, this is the one that I'm giving my players. Then I have one that's like the ones I can play on stream,
Mm-hmm.
and then there's one that I'm gonna do that I think for every episode I want to flip some ideas around because I want to call them like tracks instead of episodes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, cool.
And then I want to name them after songs. The ones if I could have played it this session, this is the one I would.
Oh, that's really cool.
And then I want to build like a giant discography of all the songs I would have played through all of the sessions we play.
That's really cool.
But
that's
we'll see,
really,
because
really
I don't want
cool.
to fucking meme around and go. I don't want the algorithm to get all upset about it. So maybe I'll just
Yeah.
put like some stuff in the description. And go listen to this song.
Yeah.
This is what today's episode's about.
That would be cool if in the description for each episode you just put a song title in.
I would like
I
to.
think that would be really cool.
I would like to,
Mm-hmm.
because the music's a huge deal for I think the whole setting in general.
Mm-hmm.
Not necessarily Spelljammer, but like my stuff.
Oh yeah, of course. I mean, yeah. But that's funny. I have a similar thing for Descent where I have like a writing playlist, and then I
Yeah.
have like this is a playlist that I wish I could play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But and also just other music and stuff. So yeah. And then Spencer's been looking it up. And she's like, if sometimes you can just buy like a license, and you can
Yeah.
play it, and then
Yeah.
you just don't get
Yeah.
copyrighted, which is pretty interesting.
Normally, you have to like share a percentage of your your revenue with
Mm-hmm.
the artist of the song.
Yeah, I'd like to for some of them, but I think so many of them are so
Some
like obscure. Not necessarily obscure, but like small enough that I don't know how it would work. And
yeah.
that's all. It's not small enough where I'm worried about like. I worry about that the systems they have aren't like old enough to where an auto flag wouldn't happen, and they would be like, I don't know what to do with that. You're
Sure.
fucked." And I'm like, I don't want to enter
Yeah.
that vibe.
You can add music licenses into. I think you'd have to upload it though.
Yeah.
So it would have to be like a pre-record thing and then upload, because that's pretty new actually that they've added. There's like a whole bit on checks for when you upload stuff to YouTube. It's like, do you have a license for any music that's in here? And it's like, nope. Okay. So I think that's all it is, but I don't know how it
It's good to
works.
know.
Yep. We're just having a chill day today. It's Saturday because we can't record on Monday,
Yeah.
and Witchlight's going to go up pretty soon, and maybe we're doing a little session 0 today. But just beforehand, we're doing a little podcast, and we're just going to answer some questions and hang out and talk. But I have been nonstop since Sunday. It's just been every
been a
single
long
like
week.
today. I got up and I was like, "What do I have to do today?" My brain was like, "We have like 5 things," and I was like, "No, I only have like 2 things, and they're fun."
Yeah.
So it was good.
I made some stew.
Mm-hmm.
We're working on it, and we built Marceline like this little little kitchen tower thing, so
Yep.
she can watch us cook. Because anytime we're in the kitchen, she's like, "I want up, please." But now she can stand up. But she did think it was a high chair.
Yeah.
Um,
New thing that Marcy does is she just, as of today, she doesn't say hi. She goes, hi.
Hi.
She just goes, hi.
Yeah,
she
she
says
doesn't
it
draw
really
it out
fast now.
anymore.
She's like,
Hi.
I don't have much time, all right? I just say hi now.
I have to go places.
And then when she's curious about something, she used to be like, she'd go like that. Now she goes, She like an alarm.
Yeah.
Yeah. She goes, When we're in the car and like something will go past, she'll go,
She's like,
And
tree.
I'm like, what is she doing?
Trying to get your
She
attention.
thinks trucks are funny.
Yeah.
Like not
Cars
are
point
fine.
and go, but a truck, she goes, like she thinks it's funny.
Oh,
It's
no,
like,
what?
It's big.
Yeah.
yeah. But I did do the tweet like a
But-
few minutes ago, so we could see if maybe there's some questions on there if you want to do that.
Yeah. You can pop off.
Did I just interrupt you?
No. You said but, and then I said but, and then it reminded me
Yeah.
of a funny little song from a person that we shouldn't talk about.
Okay. No worries.
I'll tell you later.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
It's not bad.
Marion asks, I'm very inspired by the meme in the tweet. Oh, which, by the way, the meme in the tweet is Little Caesars. And it says, bitches be like, Little Caesars is nasty. My sister in Christ, the pizza is hot and ready and only costs $5. Which I need to send to my sister. Because Maddie is a wait. I always forget because her and Colton always argue about it. I don't remember who's the Little Caesars enjoyer. I think it's Colton. It's Colton.
No.
Maddie's like Domino's is better, and we're like, fuck no.
I think Maddie used to think Domino's was better, but then the place that they worked at together would get it a lot, and then she didn't like it anymore, and then she switched to thinking that it was pretty good.
Marion said, I'm very inspired by the meme in the tweet. So what would your current characters put on their pizzas? Extra question for you, Spencer. What would Lark put on Tara's pizza to fuck with her? Extra question for Jacob. Would Tara still eat the pizza?
That's wonderful.
I just want to say that I just want to give a hint to my character for Spelljammer, and that the pizza topping for my Spelljammer character
The person.
is fingers.
It's
Or
the
eyeballs,
driver.
or what?
The driver.
It's the driver.
It's the driver. Yeah. We were talking about that last night. That Emma said her character is going to teach my character how to use a phone.
Yeah, a flip
and
phone.
and then we were like, he keeps calling Domino's, so we don't know why. And then you like that. You were like, and he eats the driver, and I was like, yes. And Craig was like, he just spits out a little hat.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's all I'm gonna say. But I'm
It's
so
a good
fucking
vibe.
excited. Yeah, we like when everybody left, and you guys, we were like, this game's gonna hit so different, and you were like,
Yeah.
it's just because we all can just go back and
Yeah.
forth like that, like crazy. It's gonna be nuts. Emma, oh god, it's gonna be chaos. It's gonna be great. I'm so excited. But anyways, what's Branch putting on her pizza?
Fuck, I don't know.
You don't know?
She probably has veggie pizza.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd say she's a vegetarian, but she probably.
She's a vegetable enjoyer.
Yeah, honestly, I don't want to say she has dentures, but that might be a thing too.
Yeah.
Like it might be something
Her
too
teeth
tough.
are just kind of weak.
Yeah, I mean, maybe
Yeah.
that's it. Maybe she's too much like a goat. And she only has teeth like in the front,
Yeah.
and she doesn't have anything on the sides.
She
so-
chews it like this. She's like,
Yeah, definitely.
Like a
Fortunately,
cow?
whatever it is, it's probably some easy, multi-grain, high fiber.
Yeah.
that fucking
So
meme
she
that
can sit
Gnomes
shit
put
again.
in the Discord. That Briganock.
Oh
meme.
yeah.
I think Lark would like a chicken and spinach type pizza with like a white sauce instead of red. I think he's got to just put something terrible on, like mustard. Would she eat mustard on her pizza?
What the fuck?
I think so. I don't think Tara really cares. I think she would. She
Like a
would be
pickle?
just like, "Oh, we're eating pizza.
Oh.
All right, fine." She just eat
Like a
pizza. And if you're like, "What kind of pizza do you want?" and she would just say the normal kind.
It's like, okay, here's pepperoni and pickle.
You normally put pickles on.
Tastes good.
Really?
It's great.
I don't
Right,
think
boss?
so. No. Tell me. No. Don't you answer. Both of you at the same time say Lark's second favorite pizza topping. 1, 2, 3.
Pickle.
She didn't know you were pickle. I thought you said it was your favorite.
Eat the fucking pizza.
You're putting this on this to fuck with me.
I'll eat some.
Yeah.
Oh, go for it. Would he actually eat it with pickle?
Delicious.
I'd wait till he swallowed it.
It's
All right,
great.
yeah, she'd probably eat it too, and then she'd be like, "This is gross."
You guys should actually try pickles on pizza. It's actually pretty good.
I've
enough
heard
it sounds-
peanuts
it
on
sounds
pizza
good.
is pretty
It
good.
is good. What? It is. I've heard.
Peanuts
You gotta
from
roll for that.
Tyler.
You gotta roll for the
Yeah.
fucking nut allergy though.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, you
that's
gotta.
true.
Yeah, you gotta
We're
roll
gonna
for
roll
it.
for that nut allergy too.
Oh shit, we should.
If I have a
Yeah.
nut allergy, that would be the funniest shit.
I did not think about. I forgot about that. we have 3 campaign pre-rolls.
Planeswalker,
Planeswalker, cornbread,
cornbread,
peanut allergy.
Yeah.
and peanut allergy.
I run with a little variant rules, I like to call.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Allergies.
Yeah.
Allergies.
Which, if you don't know,
If you know how to make cornbread.
Yeah, it's really easy.
which if nobody knows, in your games, you guys would roll like a d20 to see if somebody knew the recipe for cornbread and if they were in a Magic the Gathering Planeswalker.
Yeah.
And now we have one for which like no roll for nut allergy.
Yeah.
So
It's classic.
pretty good. Can I be at peace? Asks, but it's Kenai. Can I be at peace?
Yes.
If you had to convert your Pathfinder characters to D&D, what class, subclass, and race would they be? And vice versa for your D&D characters. Oh, that's super interesting. So his Xerathus would be Warlock Rogue cross class. He was originally a Warlock, but I really like him being a Rogue now, so he's definitely both. That's what I'm playing. I'm playing him in Baldur's Gate 3 right now as Dark Urge, and yeah. What is happening?
Your brother is messaging in the family group chat again when I think he only means to message your
so
parents.
we have a family group chat, a text chat.
Yeah.
And my little brother, Isaiah, who is it's like 10 years younger than I am, and is pretty autistic. In
the clinical sense.
Yes.
Yes. And he's also just a giant meme. Like, he's so goofy. He keeps texting. He texts my mom to ask for things.
Yeah.
He does not go. He prefers to text my mom everything, which is fine.
Valid.
But it's really funny because sometimes he'll put it in the chat and he just put, "Do we have a Hulu account still?" Oh, wrong chat.
And then
They realized it, but then
the other-
still said
The
it.
other day he was like,
he said, go to the store and buy raspberry tea.
yeah.
And then he
loves
like
raspberry
put
tea.
raspberry tea and then was like wrong chat. And then everyone put go get raspberry tea. Go get raspberry tea. Go get raspberry tea.
It was me, and then it was Maddie, and there was Emma, and then it was Saban. Like, we were all putting it. He was like, "I'm sorry."
Yeah.
Like, he was like, "I'm so sorry. I'll let you all down."
Yeah.
But
Sorry,
Isaiah,
severe lapse in judgment.
yeah. Isaiah has some one-liners, and recently, like
He said, "Fuck off."
No, he says buzz off.
He says,
Oh, buzz off.
He's-
That's funny.
because we play Mario Party together,
Yeah, a
and
lot.
he gets really mad when he doesn't win. But Mario Party isn't fair, so
Yeah.
it's not like we're like trying to dunk on him. It's Mario Party, but he's obsessed with it. He wants to play it. So anytime he doesn't win something, because he's 16, he'll just be like, "Fuck!" Like, he'll yell like that, and like, Saban and I have to hold in laughter while my parents have to be like, "Isaiah," because like Leland and Marcy are around, and it's like we can't just scream "fuck," all right?
Yeah, they're at the age where they can repeat things.
Yeah. So instead, he either just he silently flips you off, or he goes buzz off. Yeah, he just looks at you and goes buzz off. Like you'll win a Mario Party. He'll be like, "Yay!" The screen will go black. It'll go buzz off.
Buzz off.
Yeah, and so now we all say buzz off.
Maddie, look.
Yeah, Maddie, look. He goes like that.
He does that?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. He's funny.
He's so funny. He is so funny. What did he say the other day? Whenever he wants something from my mom because she's not looking at her phone, he runs over towards her and he whispers in her ear. But he's so much taller than her.
"Can you make-"
So he's like, but he doesn't whisper quietly. So it's just, "Do we have raspberry tea?" Like, we just all hear it, and we're just like,
It's like, can you make Swedish pancakes?
yeah. And then he runs to his room. Yeah.
For Christmas, he got her a pan specifically for Swedish pancakes.
He's like,
Aw.
"Here, so you can make me
Yeah.
Swedish pancakes."
I'll make your job easier. at
Oh,
least.
yeah,
I love him so much.
the sweetest.
Oh, this is the most my family thing ever. Do we have a Hulu account still? Oh, wrong chat. My dad reacted to the image in the chat that he, first of all, doesn't have an iPhone.
Right.
Second of all, the reaction always sends through, and it's thumb to, "Do we still have a Hulu account still?" Anyways, what are we talking about? Pathfinder characters.
Yeah.
What would Stick be in D&D?
Stick would probably be reborn.
Oh, Tiefling, if it wasn't obvious.
Necromancy wizard.
Necromancer makes sense. There's just sorcerers are cooler in Pathfinder.
They
They're
are.
way cooler. What would since Marion brought up Witchlight, what would Branch Tarot Lark be in Pathfinder? Do you think? I guess you don't have so much experience
I
with
don't know if I have a
Pathfinder.
whole lot of
I just know
experience
that
with
like the alchemist like subclass is a little better.
I would not be an artificer.
You could be a fucking
Yeah, I could be a-
gunslinger,
I
is
could
what
be
you
a
could be.
fighter finally. Yeah, I should have been.
I think he could just still be a changeling rogue. It'd just be different. I don't know how those both work in Pathfinder.
So champion is apparently very like limiting in Pathfinder, which is that what it's called?
Yes.
Yeah. So Terra would probably just be a fighter, maybe Eldritch Knight, something like that. I don't know if that is a thing, but fighter with a little bit of magic, that'd be it.
Yeah, makes sense.
But Pathfinder also has witch.
Yeah.
and which is pretty cool.
Which is cool. There's a lot of really cool like little variants that the community has, like TTRPGs in general.
Mm-hmm.
They're all pretty evergreen. Like,
Yeah.
if you're gonna see a couple things added, it's gonna be like artificer, witch,
Yeah.
totem, something or other.
Yeah.
Shaman. That's what it is. Shaman.
Yeah, shaman. That is my favorite part about Pathfinder so far is low level spell casting is really cool. The fact that Rena has basically a cantrip that lets her like catapult telekinesis, that's so cool.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's like her primary form as like the witch character that she is like flinging random objects. That's so fun.
Mm-hmm.
I love that. Mobile Suit Gundad, Mobile Suit Gundad asks, "Hello, you all rock. Thanks for everything you do."
Oh, thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Anyway, now that we've all sunk nearly 100 or more hours in Baldur's Gate 3, what would you want from Baldur's Gate 4? Wild space, new classes, races, also Bazinga Craig.
Oh, and Bazinga with you.
And Bazinga with you.
Yeah.
I
also
don't know.
with you.
And Bazinga with your spirit.
Yeah,
The Icewind Dale would be cool.
Yep.
that'd be cool. Yeah, I would love Cholt.
Chol would be great.
Not
Yeah.
Cholt.
I'm torn between those two things because I love both of them. But they did do an Icewind Dale video game back in the day as well.
Right.
So that would be kind of cool. But I think Cholt would just be way cooler.
Callum.
Yeah.
I love a good desert.
I know we said this off
The
stream.
moon?
The moon.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
The tiers. The wild space would be cool. Astral plane. I guess you do get to do a little bit of astral plane in BG3, but it's a pocket dimension.
Yeah.
Oh man, what was I gonna say?
I don't know.
They do reference all of those things though in
Yeah.
the game. There's
They do.
references to
Yeah.
Sarek and the Tomb of the Nine
You
Gods.
can go to Chol, kind of.
Yeah,
there
you can.
there is a small little Easter egg moment where you get teleported to Chol. It's so fucking funny. It's a small area, but I mean
Yeah.
an area nonetheless. What was I gonna say?
There's notes about the Icewind Dale.
There is a potion you can make in the game called Hag's Bane, and there's a whole thing in it. I'm gonna find it really quick while you guys continue this.
I like more. I don't know if we call them that anymore. Any of this anymore? Monster races. I would love stuff like that.
Yes.
I know there's a huge one that just came out that like a mod that allowed it.
Yeah.
But I would love stuff like that. Like kobolds would be great. Little goblins, hobgoblins, kankus,
Yes.
like Aarakocras, tabaxis.
Yeah.
I mean, there's just a ton of really great resources. I mean,
could
to be honest, I would love a tabaxi or a Leonin.
Real quick.
I think that especially
Satyrs?
if they did like
Centaurs.
Cholt stuff.
So-
And maybe they did like a little bit of Feywild stuff, and then
Yeah.
you got some whack races with that. I think that'd be sick
That'd
as
be
fuck.
cool.
Yeah.
You could be like a Herongon. A little fairy, be this big.
That'd be cool.
Very cool.
There is a potion in the game called Hag's Bane, and the flavor text on it says, "In the land of Prismere, where fair as a Bilno reigns, they had their share of hag trouble. Oh yes, they had it in spades." And I was like, "Potion!" Like I fucking love shit like that. It's
Yeah.
so cool. It's so cool. There's I think there is a note of somebody in the game that references the Icewind Dale being dark. And then, it referenced like Oral's rhyme or something like that. And then there's a lot of references to Tomb and Cholt.
Yeah.
So, yeah, pretty cool. But, Cholt, final answer.
Yeah. Just because there's so much stuff.
Yes.
There's a ton of stuff. Ton of really cool fucking things to do.
Port Zaru. Oh,
Yeah,
in like
I-
that. Oh,
I did a lot of thinking
Yeah?
about Jolt recently because of the thing you asked me to do. So I went through that book pretty heavily, and I was like, it's just, I don't think it's the best book. 'Cause
Yeah.
I think it's really hard to beat out rhyme. But I think it's, I think it is like setting wise and also thematically the best book.
yeah. I
Because
actually
this is their
fully
first
agree.
chance of them entering a space that isn't
Like typical fantasy, like,
yeah, I don't know if I want to say it's typical fantasy, but it's with a different background of
Yeah.
people of color, and the way they represent it is so true. I mean, they had a lot of really good consultants,
Yeah.
but just the flavor they could have done it's just a fucking home run. It's not fucking 40s Oriental adventures.
Yeah.
No.
Like it's handled
Yeah.
with care and it's treated
Yeah.
correctly.
But they do a lot of cool stuff with it too, where they really dive deep into like the undead factor of it. But it's like
Yeah.
a different spin on undead, because like when you think undead, you think like Shadowfell, you
Yeah.
think dark graveyards, things like that. And this is like, no, it's a vibrant jungle
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
T-Rex zombies. That's cool as
Yeah.
fuck.
The
That
entire
is
thing
so
with
cool.
the UNT and Rosna Sea.
Yes,
Night
the
Fane.
I love UNT.
So fucking cool.
Oh, I really,
So fucking
really like
cool.
UNT.
I wish it could be a UNT with a snake head. I think that's just fucking cool.
Mm-hmm. Agree. There was something I was gonna. You were talking about. Oh, Jacob. Oh, you said
I did.
you. D-
I was talking about.
You talk about. I said Port Nyanzaru, and then you said thematically. That I was gonna. You were talking about like. I think all of them are like the best in like different kinds of categories. I
Yeah.
think thematically, Tomb is like one of the best. I think adventure structure wise, that's why I like Dragon Heist so much, because I
Yeah.
love the structure of it.
Dragon Heist is very good.
Running it is a lot of fun,
Yeah.
and it's very simple. Then as just like general like open world with thematic and lots of varying quests and a world to explore, Icewind Dale. And then like I think Curse of Strahd is so good because it's a mystery. And it's also a world that you get to explore. So that aspect as well.
Good flavor.
Also, Curse of Strahd is some of the coolest monsters next to Icewind Dale. Icewind Dale is some of
That's
some
awesome.
of the coolest
Very
creatures.
Toon Tappers are fucking nuts.
God, they're so cool.
Toon Tappers are so fucking cool. Mm-hmm. Honestly, the new giant book, which I just cannot fucking find anywhere. And I can find it online, but every
yeah,
place
yeah.
I go,
Yeah.
I can't find a
They
fucking
don't
Big
have it?
B's thing.
That's weird.
I want it so bad. There's a ton of cool shit in that Big B's book. That looks like a blast.
So I was a little like about it because I'm not like big on giants. I
Yeah.
think they're cool, but it's not like I don't have any connection to giants. I'm just like thumbs up. But we got like a little pack of minis from GameCore, and there was like a Hellion giant with like, and I was like, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll give you my money,
Okay.
wizards.
You could put some fucking infernal lore in there.
There's a
I'll
ton
check
of cool
it out.
shit. There's like death giants now. It's a whole thing.
That's really cool.
Did you drop your guy?
I did.
He's fine. 5-second rule.
It's been 5 seconds.
You just
Wow,
drop a gummy.
shit.
It also
the
hit my
ground.
shoe before it hit the ground.
You have the cleanest docks here.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen how much. Never mind. We can continue.
What?
It's okay to lick boots. It's
It is okay to
It's
lick
okay.
boots.
It's okay to lick boots.
What do you think of that? It's a buff cat
Who the fuck
looking
said
through a
pss,
door, and
pss?
it says, "Who the fuck said pss, pss, pss?"
It was me.
Yeah,
And
not me.
That's Shania LaBulge who asks, "What is your guys' favorite kind of milk?"
Oat.
Yeah, the almond kind.
Rosa Brothers has a root beer and banana milk.
The
Oh,
banana,
what the
The banana
fuck?
milk's good.
Oh God.
Good.
I can only have that much of it. though.
Excuse me. Who bought the giant tub of Nesquik strawberry milk
Dude,
powder?
I
Have you
wanted-
seen that TikTok?
What?
You can continue. Continue what you're saying.
We went to Costco,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, man, strawberry milk reminds me of being a kid. And he
Yeah.
was like, you should get it.
You
Yeah.
should.
And I was like, I'm only going to drink maybe half of a glass
Yeah.
one time. And
But
he was like,
sometimes you need a
You should get
hit."
it. And now it just sits in our pantry.
Sometimes you just need a hit.
You usually have to announce it at like the table and go, hey, there is stuff to make strawberry milk in the house.
You know, I will.
We should bring it in here.
Yeah.
These
Really, though.
motherfuckers.
Beans.
Yeah.
From milk.
They'll just eat the
I don't know
powder.
about milk, but they will. Yeah, they'll
I can already see Tyler
It's like
with a
Crystal
spoon.
Light.
Just,
Ew.
Colton and Tyler would destroy that
What?
thing.
I forgot what my favorite milk actually is.
what?
Leon Kennedy's.
Oh, you're right.
right.
You know what? I'm so glad that we're getting to milk him at least once a week.
Yeah.
The man really deserves
He
it.
does.
Sometimes twice a week.
Mastitis
It's
is a
kinda
real
back to
pain.
back,
He's
but,
gotta clear it out.
Yeah.
In case any of you don't know, each week we read Patreon names,
Yeah.
and there is somebody who's had their name be Leon Kennedy's Milkers for a little while. So every time, but I did not notice until
Yeah.
you guys said
Well,
on the
Dude,
last
we
Zelda
wanna
Because
tweet.
you're
episode.
focused doing the right thing.
Yeah.
You're
That-
reading them out.
Months,
You're doing
even.
them justice.
But it's so funny that you guys every time
Yeah.
have mimed out when I say Leon Kennedy's Milkers, milking him and then
I take
drinking
a
the
little
milk.
sip. It's good.
And then yesterday for Strixhaven, Mia did it, offered it to Spencer, and then offered it to me, and I was like, "Oh, I get some."
Yeah.
yeah, it's a quality meme. We're children and we get just fixated on one person's thing.
It's wonderful. Happy Wolf asks, "Hello, Craig and the others. You
Oh.
did in fact change
Hello.
my mind about Starfield."
Oh,
For the worst. Oh no.
it's taking a turn for the worst.
I am curious about what adventure path for Pathfinder 2. Oh, it just ends. You just changed my mind about Starfield. Anyway. Oh,
Well.
Jesus. I am curious about what adventure path for Pathfinder 2E would you guys like to play if possible. My personal pick is the Extinction Curse, which have you start out in the circus, which has you start in the circus. That's cool, circus adventure. I don't know much about the Pathfinder paths, but
Neither do I.
that's pretty cool.
I picked that one.
I have to look up a book. I can't remember. There's like a whole big series that they're running for, at least when I was working at the shop that was. I think it's called like Bad Omens, Ill Omens, some kind of omens. And that book, every time I put out like a new chapter to it, because they don't release it like in a giant book. I mean, they do, I think, after the fact, but they would like do like tiny little pamphlets and you'd run like the first chapter. It was like super affordable. Every time they fucking had a book for it, looked fucking cool.
That's
And I was
cool.
like, this one's fucking neat.
That's awesome.
But
There's one I know that they did in collaboration with Dwarven Forge, so that one, because there's Dwarven Forge.
Oh, dude, that'd be so
for it.
fucking cool. Oh shit! Fucking 2E has a collaboration with my favorite board game called Red Dragon Inn.
Yeah.
Super fucking great game.
Why have we never played Red Dragon Inn together?
Oh, that's crazy. I own everything for it.
Yeah.
We own not everything, but a lot
I
of
can have
it.
like 40 people play at the same time.
Yeah.
The box is this massive. It's
Yeah.
fucking huge.
We should play sometime. We have
I'm
quite a few.
yeah,
of them.
I
I eat
fucking
that
love
game
that
up.
game.
I love it.
Why have we never brought this up? That's
I love
insane.
game.
I love
it's
that
probably
game.
one of my, you know, I would say it's my favorite board game, but that fucking Stardew game is really,
It's very good.
really absorbed me. The
played-
problem is I can't play with everyone because whenever we go to Boonies, it's always like 6+.
Yeah.
But fucking
When-
Red Dragon.
When 2 years ago at PAX Unplugged, we played Red Dragon Inn with Dingo,
Oh, I bet that was a blast.
Felix.
Mm-hmm.
Who else was there for that? You, Logan, Joe. Was Davy there? No, I don't think
Davy
Davy
didn't go
wasn't
that
there.
year.
There was a time we did play with Davy though.
Yeah, that was before COVID.
Yeah. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun.
He stayed at our Airbnb because he got scammed.
Ben? Puffin Forest Ben?
Puffin was there.
He was. I don't think he played Red Dragon Inn with us though. That was so much fun.
Yeah.
That was a good time. Then we played laser tag. We played Warhammer laser tag. That was, god damn it, that was so fun.
I didn't get to play because I was pregnant. I took a nap
sucks.
though.
Yeah, you were tired.
I took a nap at the convention center.
You didn't see that kid that walked up and was
No.
like,
Everyone talked about it after though.
"Are you XP to level 3?" Like literally talked like that. I was
Oh.
like, "Yeah," and then everybody was laughing at me, and I was like, "You fuckers!"
Well, it's because most of them were like animators, so
Yeah, so
they
they can't
weren't
get
recognized.
recognized.
Oh, and then he started talking about Fortnite.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Of
it was,
course.
It was
She's
pretty
like,
good.
for you, kid, $19.
Yeah.
I think afterwards I was like, man, if that kid knew, you guys are
Yeah.
all cooler than me. No, my favorite thing, this boosted my ego like no other. My favorite thing we did was the animators. So Joe and Ben and Dingo and Felix, and there was one more and I can't remember who it is. Oh, that's bad.
I was pregnant. I don't remember. Half
Oh,
of what we
fuck.
did.
There was a panel that they did, and then they did questions, and I fucking sprinted up, and I was the first one to ask a question, and I was just like, hee hee, I'll just be the first person to ask a question, it'll be funny. And then I was just like, hi, and I started like talking, asked the question, and everybody in the audience was like, yeah! And I was like, whoa, this is not what I was trying to do, but what the fuck? It was really cool that like everybody just knew who I was, and I was like, ah! But it was very cool. I was like, holy shit. So yeah, riding that high.
Yeah.
Still riding that. And then Logan asked a question afterwards, and it was the same thing, and it was
Yeah,
like, this
that's
is
a good
great.
time.
This is great.
That's cool.
Sound the horror. No, sorry. It was Sound the Horn, not Sound the Horror. It was
Okay.
Sound the Horn, yeah. Francois Anderson asks, I'm currently bombing a Magic tournament. What are your experiences with competitive losses, if you have any? Also, hi, Craig. You good?
I'm doing well. Well, I did shit myself at fucking 5 a.m. And honestly, I've been drinking nothing but cranberry diet juice, which also is laxative. And I kind of feel my guts rumble right now.
Yeah.
I
So-
love the idea that like we're doing the podcast and Francois Anderson is just like, I'm just playing like shit
Yeah.
right now.
Ah.
I'm just doing bad.
I intentionally do not play tournaments anymore. I also worked at a game store for 7 years. So I've seen the worst of the worst and just garbage experiences. I do not like playing that way. It makes me feel weird, and honestly, it's never worth the 4 or 5 hours to do it.
Yeah.
But I do have a horror story from some guy.
Please. I was about to be like, tell me
yeah.
why you don't like to. Tell me all your horror stories. I'm being like
I have
a
a really
fucking
bad one.
media interviewer right now, being like, give me the juiciest.
I think it was for Shadows of Innistrad, or it may have been for Dominaria. I can't remember.
So how many years
In
ago
that
is
era,
this?
that was 2018 somewhere. in
Okay,
there.
okay.
It had to be. Because I remember, it's important for the thing. I remember the lands he had. It's one of those two, I think. This guy shuffled up the whole thing. This is the type of guy that's like just real full of himself.
Yeah.
He only comes to like pre-releases. He's that kind of person that carries like a fat binder that has like
Okay.
really expensive shit, and then will potentially scalp a kid that doesn't know what the card's worth by trading him like 4 cards for a card that's worth nothing.
Is this somebody who's common?
I would say in the shop, no,
Okay.
because I would say they're only consistently there for a couple months at a time.
Why? Sorry, just for me and
Yeah.
audience. Why exactly is this like kind of like a thing that is like this person's kind of meh? Because when I or the average person probably thinks Magic tournament, I think everybody's like that. So are most people not like this?
I would say the fact that he's inconsistent is not necessarily a dig or anything. It's just just to give like a
Sure.
template that I only see him in these 3 or 4 month increments. To be a scalp to like a child is probably the most heinous crime you can commit to any TCG community.
Yeah.
The worst, because you go into and find, God forbid, a child or someone else who's just brand new,
Right.
and and you initiate the first experience with them as they pull a really cool card, and you go, hey, I'll trade you 4 or 5 cards that are worth 25 cents per for your $40 card.
That
The
sucks.
person doesn't understand, because literacy is not any shop that's worth a damn will teach literacy of a card game before teaching the card game itself,
Yeah.
so that people don't fall in these situations, because it used to happen a lot.
Right.
Especially in the early, before a fucking phone could be on the internet. It
Right.
happened all the time. It's probably the worst crime you can commit, and it's really, really like shunned upon in a game store.
Yeah, that
Much
sucks.
less, especially in a game store that like sells their own cards, because you've not only ruined that person's experience, you've ruined the experience of the shop, and you've potentially ruined an interaction with the shop itself with this new person. So it's just kind of like a double-edged. It's
That
just
makes
not
sense.
a good thing.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
You're just kind of a scumbag in general.
Yeah. It makes sense.
He builds a deck, shuffles up. This is back in like midnight pre-releases. It's probably like 1 a.m. at this point.
Oh god.
Bombs his first game.
Okay.
Kind of takes it a little personal. You're like, all right, whatever it is, get back in there, champ, whatever. Bombs his second game, and he gets paired up pretty bad. Like there's some people that come to the tournaments that are very, very good at this type of play, and he gets like unlucky on every single one, and he just gets bopped. And like normally it's best out of 3, they don't even need it. It's best out of 2. He sits down, gets wrecked in the first couple turns, bopped again, and then he goes to his third, which is that when you're doing pairings and Swiss style tournaments, you can always come back up because you can be in top 8.
Okay.
But if you flop your third, usually you're out. Flops his third.
Damn.
Super upset. Comes over, but so fucking upset that he takes his cards out and he asks me for scissors, and he cuts every card he's drafted in half. 60 card deck. 60 card deck. He's like, takes them out of the sleeve to cut the card in half.
Yeah.
I mean, hell yeah. Like pop off. But he was there for like 10 minutes. So the rage subsided at some point, and he was just stuck doing a really stupid thing. Cutting cards in front of like 50 people.
I was about to say, in front of everybody, right?
Oh, yeah. It was more embarrassing for him.
That's the part that gets me about the cringe of it.
And the basic lands, too?
Yeah.
The basic lands.
They didn't do shit, man.
He's like, you ruined me, you lands.
Oh, fuck.
It's your fault too. That is so funny.
Those people are very far in between, but that is half those kind of things. Anytime I sit down and play, I'm like,
that thing always that like public display of like I'm upset and need everybody to know that I'm upset is like, sure, you're upset, but the part about it to me is just like, what comes after this? Is it that we're gonna all feel really bad? Like, do you? Because that's the thing. Nobody does. No. But I know that in that moment, the person that's doing it is like in their subconscious, like, somebody's gonna feel pretty guilty about this, and it's like, no, they don't. You just look like an ass.
No.
It's the same thing that some people, I've played with some people who will, when you die in Commander, the person you're playing with is salty when they adjust their hit points to 0. They're like, I'm just going to make sure to put that below 0. Or even then they'll be like, I'll just go below 0 because I'm so dead. And it's like, Okay. That's a bit much.
Yeah. The part in between, the reverse scalping though, because it's always a silver lining, right? I don't know if you guys, I don't know if I should say his name. I mean, he's not a teenager anymore, but we had a coworker who we interned. He was a young kid.
Yeah.
I've known him. I mean, Christ, almost all of his life now. He came in and played Pokemon a lot.
That's cool.
And he was the most fluent Pokemon player I've ever met. And he was like at that point 12. And some guy came from out of town, didn't know who he was, and tried to do the trick. And none of us said anything because normally we'd step in and go, "You leave."
Yeah.
And he's like, "I want this shaman, this card. It's tournament legal. It's worth like $80."
Yeah.
And he goes, "I want this card from you." He goes, "Okay, yeah, we do something with that." And the guy's like, "Well, I can give you like $20 for it. How's that?" He goes, "No, they just topped in like Pro Tour, whatever. They're worth about 80 per. And if you want the whole set, I'll give it to you for like $250 in cash."
Yes!
And the guy was like, and he walked outside, and that 12-year-old walked back in with nearly $300 in cash for four
Yes!
cards. And I was like,
yes,
You
that is
teach
so
literacy.
awesome.
Yeah.
That is so great. I love that. I love that so much.
I love that kid so much.
Yeah.
That is so cool.
And then he got hired on, and he worked there for forever. So I love him. But scumbags.
My only experience in like tournaments, I've not done any tournament stuff, and I like kitchen table like at home magic.
Yeah,
That's
me
the
too.
primary way to enjoy it.
Yeah.
We do when a new set comes out, we're all really excited about. I like to buy a draft box, and then everybody comes.
Pre-release
The
at home.
whole Arcane arcade comes over. We do a little pre-release at home, which is a lot of fun. Like it's a great time. But we did it for Lord of the Rings. We did it for
Nobody's
All-in-One.
rushing out after like pissed off. It's like, okay.
Next time I'm going to do that.
Yeah?
I'm going to cut up every card with
Yeah,
these
yeah.
first
Can you
scissors.
cut up every card
Like,
afterwards?
fucking
That'd be really
the
funny.
lands as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just act really, really angry. Fuck! Like Isaiah.
Yeah.
Hey,
Hey, look at this.
Buzz off.
When I lose, I'm gonna say buzz off.
Buzz off.
Yeah.
you should.
But well, I did do at PAX Unplugged. I did do like two little. No,
You did
Colton and I did Two-Headed
Two-Headed Giant,
Giant
yeah.
with Crimson Vow, and
I bet that was fun, though.
that was really fun
I
actually.
will say a tournament scene within a
Convention.
convention where people have had to pay a higher price usually get better people.
Yeah, and it was a good time. The two guys we played up against were kind of competitive,
Yeah.
but they were cool. They were fun. We had a good time. Colton and I got to make decks. We got to play together. It was fun. So yeah, it was a good time. It was a good time. We got destroyed, but it was fun.
That's the last horror story, but I once had a guy try and rule shark someone out of a tournament. Which was
Out
really
of
shitty.
what? Sorry.
Like rule shark someone.
What is that?
Because there's ways to win in the game, right? There's a billion different ways to win within a Magic game. But sometimes certain people, if they know they can't beat the player's deck, they'll just rules lawyer them.
Right.
And there's a judge. So if you do too many infractions, the judge will just DQ you, which is disqualify you.
Yeah.
So if you just, for those kind of people, they'll just be like really, really hyper vigilant about rules or etiquette.
Okay.
And if you don't show like proper sequencing or you accidentally take a card off the top of the deck you're not supposed to, they'll call a judge and they'll ding you.
Stupid.
And then they'll rule shark you out of the tournament because they know they can't beat the deck.
Yeah. Wow.
That's
But,
dumb.
Again, those kind of people do exist at larger tournaments, but they usually have to pay for more, so they don't usually get fuck with it. Any person that tries to like go, I'm gonna go to Vegas this year. I'm gonna really try out my strats at like a home shop. Don't
Okay.
fuck with that. Don't come with me
Okay.
and go judge. And I'm like, dude, you paid $5. Yeah, slow play, but fuck you too. We're both gonna get hit for this.
It's
Don't talk
weird.
to me.
So weird. Sound the Horn asks, "What's your least favorite subclass of your favorite class? Favorite subclass of your least favorite class? Discuss." I think this is fun.
Yeah.
This is fun. So first of all, let's establish favorite class.
Wizard.
Ranger.
Warlock.
Illusion Wizard is not good.
I really hate. No, it's Great Old One. I love the flavor of Great Old One, but its abilities suck. They just suck so bad, and they don't really get you much. I played Great Old One Warlock in Tesseract. It was when I played Ket. It was so not fun, just because any of my abilities were just not fun. I like the Warlock stuff about it,
Right.
but I was like, why am I this subclass?
Yeah.
They made it a lot better in Baldur's Gate 3. When you get a crit, you frighten creatures, and it's very cool. I'm playing That's What Azeraphis is, which is a lot of fun.
I mean, everyone's gonna know.
What is it?
It's Beastmaster.
Beastmaster sucks.
It is. It's just not terribly great.
idea.
I know there's a lot of different erratas and stuff that's happening with it,
Yeah.
and have happened with it since day one. All those are infinitely better. But
Swarmkeeper destroys it.
base book is just It's just not good.
Terrible.
But I think it's because from a design aspect, it wasn't good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Like I guess I don't know why, but they assumed that they wouldn't give a shit about your companion, so you just find a new one.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But did they not have the 30 books of Dritz and his panther? At what point in the book does his panther die and he just moves on?
Yeah.
That's not a thing.
Guinevere,
yeah, yeah.
little Kit Kat.
Yep. It's funny because it's like everybody's so hyper aware, even WotC, about how shitty that subclass is that they've tried to fix it and stuff.
Yeah.
It's tough. I totally get it because like action economy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're giving that person 8 turns, and God forbid we wind up like Lazarus, where I'm good,
Yeah.
but the
Yeah.
bear is good.
Yeah.
I'm present.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. What's your what's like? Oh, why don't you like Illusion Wizard?
It's just not good.
Why?
I don't know.
Valid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think you really get much. Like,
Yeah.
and then
Not
I also
really, I
don't.
don't think.
I don't think that Necromancy Wizard is very good either.
And necromancy's garbage.
No, because
Yeah.
all the necromancy spells suck. Animate fucking dead
They
takes
just
a
take
minute
too
to
long,
cast.
And I think one of the features that you get from that is just you can cast Animate Dead without spending a spell slot or something, and it's like, okay, it still takes a minute to do.
I just do that anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just fucking make it a ritual and just
And then
then run rituals like Baldur's Gate 3 where it's just you're not in combat, it doesn't use a spell slot.
Yeah. Also, the fact that it requires
get
like
for
corpses and humanoids, and like when you get into like the nitty gritty of a game that the DM isn't intentionally trying to run necromancy wizard.
Yeah.
We need to find a corpse that's going to be humanoid that you can
Yeah.
raise, that's not mangled or destroyed or whatever. And then even then, all those fucking criteria have to be met, and you get a zombie or a skeleton.
Yeah.
Some of the ass creatures in the entire thing.
Yeah.
Undead Fortitude is probably good, but
Yeah.
that shouldn't be the selling point of necromancy
Yeah,
wizard.
exactly. Pathfinders is better.
Oh, for
Oh
sure.
my god, Styx fucking raised mid combat. We just killed a guy. He gets back up and he's our friend now. Like
Yeah.
that's hard as shit.
Yeah.
That is awesome. I love that.
I don't know that Illusion Wizard is the worst. It's just I think a lot of illusion spells just are kind of
That's it.
funky.
They're
and
goofy.
like your features try to make them a little bit better, but the spell should just act like that anyway. And
That's a really great take, actually.
yeah,
All it does is
Like-
fix the spells
Yes.
that are in
Yeah.
its school.
like oh your mirror image can talk, and it's like
That's
Maybe
weird
it
that it
should
already
just
yeah,
do
did.
that
well, I couldn't have
already.
done that before. Ooh.
So my take still continues to be about illusion wizards, where depending on your DM, illusions either suck ass or they're the most powerful magic to ever
Right.
exist, because it's either that everybody knows it's an illusion and it never works, or everybody's always convinced of the illusions and you are God now.
Yeah.
So like it's so hit or miss.
That's how my play was with Screed.
yeah.
Yeah.
Is that most of the time, anytime but that's a lot of it's like, but you're exactly what you're saying. I was very,
I miss
very,
the Screed zone.
yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of liberties taken, and I'm like, dude, you can play as much D&D
Yeah.
as you want.
That's
And
the
the
thing.
second he got the ability to make things real,
Yeah.
Yes.
That was crazy.
oh my god, my brain like expanded. I was like, this is the craziest fucking ability you can have.
I
But it
think-
requires a lot
yeah.
of like yes anding.
That's the thing is, I think wizards should be on that level, and so I think I'm more on the side of like making illusions almost always work, because it's just way more fun that way.
You just spend a spell slot anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm also crazy, and I'm like, I don't know if they should have a save DC.
To me, it gets weird when it's like the player is trying to like derail the game, where it's like,
For sure.
okay, so here's the bad
sure.
guy, here's the BBG of the whole campaign. I make them think they're dead. It's like, no.
That's kind of funny.
Pretty cool though.
What did we say the other day about Zariel? We were like, Zariel and her fucking chicken feet. You said that, and I was like, when the way she's gonna introduce in the campaign is there's gonna be a pit fiend, and they're gonna have a falconer glove. They're gonna go like this. She's gonna fly down, and she was like, Zariel has the little blinders that they, and she's like, you foolish mortals. And then she turns and the pit fiend goes like this, and she flies away.
That would make her like emulating gaze 10 times scarier.
Just
If
get-
her things went
she
like
needs
this
to
and you
get
caught on fire,
Well-
you're like, that makes a lot of sense. Oh, she's Cyclops. It makes sense why she
That'd
had
be
the
kind of
sunglasses
sick,
on.
though. That'd be cool as fuck.
Wasn't there like a second half to the question?
Yes. Favorite subclass of your least favorite class. So what's your least favorite class?
Bard.
Artificer.
Druid.
Well, that's not true. Wizard.
Oh.
I don't like wizard at all.
The freaking what is it?
I'm going to change your mind. in Descent. You're gonna see. You're gonna play it with a because I forced Colton to play Wizard.
I will
and
say
I'm like,
I've never. It's not that I dislike them. I don't like playing them.
yeah, fair.
I love every wizard I've played with. I love them. I do not like playing a wizard.
Whisper's Bard is probably the best Bard subclass in my opinion.
It's the Corn Man. The Corn Man just drove by the house.
Oh shit!
Oh, it's because it's the weekend.
Yeah.
Fuck.
All the soccer
Yeah.
people are over there.
Yeah. Whisper's Bard
Yep.
is such a good Bard subclass. I agree. Take somebody's shadow, steal their soul,
Their
become them.
identity? Yeah.
God damn it, Bards go hard. Baldur's Gate 3 has really convinced me that Bards are kind of fucking awesome.
Yeah.
I gotta be honest. They just reflavored it a little bit for me, and I'm like, you know what? Bards are cool.
What's your least favorite class?
I'm the same way about Druid, though. I think Druids are cool. Playing one... when I want to play a Druid, I want to play a nature wizard. That's like my mind of it. And so like Spores Druid's really interesting to me because you don't really wild shape a lot.
Yeah.
That's the part I don't really like is like, okay, every Druid turns into animals. It's like, okay. But I love the flavor of them being in the world. I think that's cool.
Yeah.
But when I sit down and play Druid, it's like, I don't really want to be changing into animals.
I totally get that because I think I want to do a lot of stuff, but I want to be like Dustbro. I want to turn into a mouse and be just as proficient as if I chose to be a bear.
There you go. Yeah,
but I
should
totally
at
get
least
why.
be able to.
But I get why it's not.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. But to me, it's just Ranger, and I just like Ranger. Like that flavor to me in my head is
Yeah.
more just Ranger, and I just like that more.
There's less limitations put on Ranger than Druid.
Yeah. Because whenever I think of like a character that could be a Druid, I'm like, they could just be a Ranger, and it'd just be better.
Yeah.
So, it just flavor wise, it would be better in my head. So, yeah, that's just the reason why I just don't really like it that much.
So Spores Druid then?
Spores Druid is my favorite.
It's a favorite of the least favorite class.
Yeah.
Blade-
Spores Star Druid, is that a thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, Stars
That one's
and
fucking
Spores
good.
Druid
That
are
one's
both
good. That one's
extremely
solid,
cool
solid.
because they take your wild shape and they go, you don't have to do that anymore. You have a new thing you can do with it.
Yeah.
And that's I love that shit. It's super cool. And then for
I mean,
sorry.
my bigger issue is I can't swing, so Blade Singer. Blade Singer goes so fucking hard. You know what it's called? Blade Singing? Yeah.
That's Wizard.
Yeah, because that's the favorite of the least favorite class. Blade Singer.
Blade Singing's
They're fucking
awesome.
cool. They're fucking cool.
It's so cool. I would say for Artificer too, the power armor one is really, really cool.
Yeah.
I also think Barbarian is my least favorite, just because I played it a few times and I'm like, this is kind of boring. Just being Barbarian, I think I enjoy it if I cross classed.
Yeah.
But because it's just simple. But yeah, Wild Magic Barbarian's awesome.
It is.
Sorry, I'm reloading the questions here.
Yeah,
What time are we at?
I would say we can probably do a couple more, maybe like 2 more.
Okay.
Come
There's a lot today. I'm surprised. It's
Wow.
because Saturday. Oh, Colleen. We have been blessed with Colleen. Hello, everyone. If your Eberron characters played Baldur's Gate 3, who would they romance? Hope y'all's day is going well. I am playing my Eberron character in Baldur's Gate 3 right now, and I'm accidentally romancing Astarion because I've just played a Zeraphis. I'm serious. I did not set out to romance Astarion. I'm just default playing a Zeraphis just to see how the cards fall, and Astarion fucking loves that garbage man. And I'm like, all right, cool. I can currently, at the moment, what?
Called him a garbage man. I had to give you a little...
Zeraphis is the garbage man. I was saying he loves that garbage man. Astarion loves the garbage man. Astarion is not.
I think it says more about you than you.
Yeah, it really does.
Unfortunately.
Oh, Emma's about to walk in right now.
I think I told her that we're filming.
Oh, okay.
She should walk into that one. I think.
Okay.
I hope.
And so go in the other door. she's
just
panicked.
looking through the door where do I go?
She's like, hey, look at this.
And then and I'm currently in the game. So many people are dead because I'm doing Dark Urge and I'm giving into the Dark Urge and it's a lot of fun. But currently, Lysel and Astarion are both just like, I can kiss them both.
Yeah.
I go kiss Astarion and then I go kiss Lysel, and Lysel's like, no, I wouldn't. Public displays of affection are gross. And I'm like, come on. And she's like, okay.
All right.
Yeah. I like Minthara a lot. Zeref is just super hedonistic. He'd fuck everybody if he could. So
Yeah. What you got?
who's stick romancing?
I don't think any of them.
None?
You're not doing Withers?
Yeah.
There you go.
Me and Withers
his
would
bald
be-
head, like-
me and, me and Withers would be best friends. Maybe
No bosom companions.
No, Withers. Only you.
maybe Shadow Heart.
Chart?
Yeah, Shart.
Yeah.
Shart.
Yeah. That's
Shart
a good
pick.
one. That's a good one.
I have a take.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have a take.
What is it?
I think it's Gale.
Gale. Oh,
I think it's
forgot
Gale.
about fucking Gale.
I think it's Gale.
You know, it probably would be Gale.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You just be like, oh, sweet, sweet child.
Yeah.
Sweet boy.
Yeah. I think he could relate to Shadowheart though.
Mm-hmm.
That's where they would maybe they'd just be
definitely.
buddies.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they'd just be besties.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You're just not in this one. I was
No,
like, who's
honestly,
your everyone?
It's all right. No, it's all right. Yeah, we can do the last one.
Yeah, well,
Let's
Yeah.
go.
some guy asks, I'm going to run the Icewind Dale campaign. Any
Oh,
prep suggestions or
shit.
changes to the source material for that particular campaign? I am making a video upcoming. It's called it's about the walrus in the cave. To those of you who know about walrus in a cave. That's it. My suggestion is to read the book and look ahead because Icewind Dale is a fantastic campaign that is unfortunately plagued with a lot of non-horror things. Go through, find all of them, change them all. That's it. That's my recommendation. Other than that, I think the campaign is pretty solid. What are things that I changed? Oh, I would say give more motivations to go to all the other locations in the 10 towns.
Yes.
Because there isn't, not even in the 10 towns of Icewind Dale. Because there's like the Jarlmoot, and then there's the Goliaths and their little areas, which we didn't even get to in our game. There's the Knolls. There's all these locations, and there's unfortunately not a lot of reason to go to them.
Yeah.
I used Aventier Games, they're on DM's Guild. They have a guide to running Icewind Dale. Highly recommend it. He also has a YouTube channel where he talks about all this stuff. And he does a really good job at taking the motivations for going to Ithrin and changing it to you have to venture all over the place in order to get everything, which is how we ran it. And it was a lot of fun because we got to experience a lot more, which you guys wouldn't have gotten to do, which I thought was a lot more fun. Other than that, I think Ithrin is great. They need to do chain lightning. That's really important. Make sure they lock in chain lightning.
I'd say I agree with that. I think you should do chain lightning.
Yeah, it was the best
I don't
part
know
of
if
the
you
game.
should have to do the whole Arcane Octad, but I think I think you should gauge
Yeah,
your
you
players
get to
with
s-
that.
you
Honestly,
actually-
all 8's kind of ridiculous.
Yeah.
Secretly, you
yeah.
actually get to skip the Arcane Octad if you win Chain Lightning.
There you go.
3
Yeah,
times
yeah,
in a
If
row.
you do the triannual wizard cup.
I think what
version
you
of
should
it.
do is you should take all of the locations that are Ithrin, and whenever the party goes to 8 of them or completes 8 of them, they learn the rite of the Arcane Octad through lore. So you're still exploring Ithrin and you're getting to do a lot of stuff, but
That's a
you
good
don't
idea.
have to go to all the towers. That was basically it. But I like that we explored a lot of Ithrin, which was a lot of fun. And make Tekalili stronger. He's very weak, and
He's probably the fucking coolest thing in the whole. Like,
he's really
book.
cool.
He's
and
very cool.
Wizards of the Coast does not know how to make a strong vampire. So they go 80 hit points, and it's like, no, what the fuck?
What game is you guys playing?
You guys are also the same people that wrote the Paladin class. Stop! they die in 2 turns.
That paladin can do 80 damage in a turn.
Yeah.
Immolation can 1 turn base book Tekalili at level 6.
He knocked me on my ass, so you did a good
Yeah,
job.
because I give him like 500 fucking hit points.
You should do it.
And 3 phases.
Yeah.
I didn't give him 500 hit points. I think he had like 120 in 3 phases, so
Yeah.
he'd regain 120.
Good.
Yeah. Artemis asks, get gut instinct. Don't think about it.
'Kay.
Who would have won the last war?
What war?
Karnath.
Oh,
Karnath.
fuck. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm not in this one either.
It's Karnath. It's Karnath. They're willing to do what everybody else isn't. They're willing to make sacrifices, unethical ones.
Yes, we were.
One more.
Did you just give that away in this podcast episode? Did you? What the fuck, Spencer?
It's just for Artemis.
It really,
Yeah, really though.
If Artemis skips this episode, it's so funny. No, somebody's gonna watch this and add Artemis in
Yeah.
the Discord.
Good.
So yeah.
Hi,
yeah,
Artemis. I
yeah,
hope
yeah.
you're having a great day.
Lace asks, this is by the way, Lace with 3 emojis and certified bear wrangler with
That's my wife.
Halson as the profile picture.
That's my wife.
Is it really?
Yes.
That's Lacey.
Perfect. I was just making sure. Please ask Craig how often he thinks about the Roman Empire.
What a meme.
Do you think about the Roman Empire?
Never.
Never?
Not even once a month.
I gotta be honest, I don't really think about the Roman Empire either.
No. I will say there's some other ones that popped up on TikTok that I
Yeah.
have thought about, but
Yeah.
the Roman
Is
Empire.
it a straight man thing?
I was gonna say it might
I
be
think it
because we
is.
like dick.
Yeah.
I think it is. Yeah, I think about my ex-best friend a lot.
Yeah.
And the things I've done to ruin that, but that's about it. Yeah, but the Roman Empire, fucking never.
Should have
Never.
asked me that
My
one
wife
the
brings
other
it
day.
up.
Yeah.
World War II?
Never.
Oh.
No.
I think World War. I think a lot about
I
World War
dabble
II.
in a World War II. Yeah.
And no. Maybe once.
Is there
a month.
anything in history that like you're interested in? Do you like to look at a map and just stare at that bitch for like an hour?
No.
Oh,
I don't know about history. Probably. I probably think about. I don't know, the last 100 years, probably.
All right.
Yeah, civil rights history every day, every other day.
Oh, okay.
So like that, maybe.
Okay.
But
yeah,
no,
I'm learning about fucking Roman Empire
Yeah.
and Nazi Germany, and you're learning about the Black Panthers and and
what?
let's move on to another question.
Last one.
Last
All
one.
right.
Ask me the last one.
Yeah.
Tranium asks,
Yeah.
10-second homebrew. Pearl of greatest power. Very rare wondrous item. A deep purple...
This isn't a question.
A deep purple pearl that looks like it has a nebula held within. With a
Oh.
bonus action, this pearl can be crushed or consumed to restore one missing spell slot
Consume.
of any level that the wielder has. That was pretty cool. Thank you, Tranium.
Yes.
This is going to be our actual last question, which is going to come from Harrier Rising, which is Albert. Armored Core
Albert.
PvP tournament win.
What?
Armored
Well, I
Core,
think only one of us
Armored
have it.
Core tournament PvP
I don't know.
win.
When
But that'd be
Col-
fun though.
I haven't even played it yet. I should play it.
It's a fun. We'd have Colton like
Yeah.
adjudicate or whatever.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of fun.
Yeah.
Malcolm X.
That can't be the last thing you say. Maybe it is. I don't know.
I remember being in high school and learning about Malcolm X, and I was just like, Malcolm X slaps. Martin Luther King Jr., I'm a Malcolm X enjoyer. I remember,
Yo.
like, loving Malcolm X for some reason. I don't know why.
You get pushed down too much, you gotta fight back, I guess. Dims the rules.
Dim still rules.